Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for the day 3 of our ASCO UNICEF workshop series. I extend my heartiest welcome to our esteemed guest, Mr. Rohit Vats, a media professional for over a decade. Mr. Vats has worked with premier organizations like Hindustan Times, Network 18, and Zee News. One of the most trusted film critics of the country, Rohit has been experimenting with technology in newsroom. To prepare the next generation of journalists, Mr. Watts mentors students from Amity University, Delhi University, and Jamia Millia Islamia from time to time. I would like to invite Professor Dr. Sanjay Mohan Johari, sir, Director, Amity School of Communication, Lucknow, to make a welcome address.
So welcome to Rohit Vats, our media friend. He had visited Amity campus, and what a coincidence that the moderator and the host for this workshop both are our alumni, and Arpita was a student when Rohit had visited for a film festival, and he stayed with us. So great to see him back, though in the online platform. And very soon, if the things remain good, we will have him in campus. We are planning a film festival sometimes late November, and we would like to have Mr. Rohit with us. Thank you very much for joining. And this is our partnership with the UNICEF, where we are having these workshops. And in this particular workshop, we had no better person than you to guide students and train them in this particular journal. Thank you very much, Rohit.
Thank you so much, sir, and means a lot. And in fact, we were talking about how I loved Amity even last time. So whenever it opens, please call me there. I will be more than happy to be at Amity.
Thank you
I
very much.
really love the buildings and food and people there. So, guys, sir, with your permission, can we start now?
Yes, please.
Okay. So, hello everyone, all of the students, and as you know that the topic today is a critical dissemination of information during COVID, during crisis situation. So, for most of us, crisis exactly means what? So, let me explain a basic idea of what crisis. How you can define a crisis situation. So, crisis can be anything. Um, it can be a flood situation, it can be a cyclone attack, or maybe disease outbreak, or fire or animal attack, or a lot of things. But what has happened in 2020 is that the meaning of crisis has entirely changed, which means that with covid with covid onslaught, we have realized that there couldn't be any crisis bigger than actually this kind of pandemic outbreak. And we have seen people suffering from it throughout India and all that. But that also put our that also opened our eyes about a certain thing. How do we communicate during this time, which means how do you define critical information? Is there any student who would like to attempt it? Like, how any student who could actually define in a line or two, maybe 20 25 words, how do you define a critical situation? People who want to speak can raise their hand. I can see all the participants. So whenever you have something to say, just raise your hand, and I will be calling your name. So we all know that as media student, the cycle of information works. Like, there is a sender, then there is a receiver. But it's not as simple as that, because uh, you might have heard about Harold Laswell's theory, or D. Graham's theory. So these theories are in the book, but basically what exactly you need to understand is that communication is a two-way process, and the most important part of any communication is actually feedback, which means during COVID crisis or during any wildfire outbreak or animal attack or any crisis situation, what exactly you need to understand is that the person who you should reach out to for help or who could provide you help relies totally on your feedback. That is why information and dissemination of information is important. Now, how do we do that? uh, First of all, there are three four things that suppose we are working during COVID crisis. So during COVID crisis, what could be the critical information? It could be about helpline numbers, it could be about medicines, it could be about immediate help. So as media professionals, or who you guys are going to be media professional very soon, so the idea is to impart a message in such a way that it is clear, it is very easy to understand, and it is very easy to act upon. Plus this is something which shouldn't confuse you. So we will come to that later, but there are three four things that you need to keep in mind: the preciseness of your idea, your information, the the immediacy of it, how fast do you need to act upon it. Third, the preciseness of it, the it shouldn't be very complicated, it should be easy to understand. And fourth, is there any channel that can tell us what is the impact of that message, so that we could modify our next message as per the feedback. So this is how it goes. So one by one, I will tell you a couple of situations how Indian media houses tackled the COVID crisis, or how government worked according to it, and media also jumped on the onto the bandwagon, and then together they reached out to the even last person, because during COVID crisis, I don't know about other things, but one thing is very sure, that the government and media, they have been very successful in imparting the information about washing hands, vaccination drive, physical distancing, social distancing. So these things they have been very clear and precise about. So now, what are the traditional tools that we use so far? Before, like, suppose this pandemic would have happened 10 years back, what would we have done apart from TV and radio? And even TV and radio weren't available in every place of India. But thankfully now there is WhatsApp, there is social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, whatever, Pinterest, Facebook of course is there, Instagram. So these things are there. So actually you could impart, you could send information regarding certain things in timely fashion, in timely manner. Even Doordarshan for that matter, because we all know that during the crisis time, Doordarshan, suddenly the viewership, the TRP of Doordarshan spiked, because they started showing older shows. So during that time, what Doordarshan did is a very phenomenal thing, because Doordarshan came up with 36 new videos. And the other day I was reading about how information were given through these videos. So one very interesting aspect of those videos was that these videos were available in 18 different languages, which means reaching out to more and more people during crisis situation is also dependent upon the kind of penetration we need in different language areas. Like suppose you have made a video in say English, and this video has been telecast in say somewhere in Chhattisgarh, somewhere in rural Chhattisgarh. Do you think people will be able to understand that kind of message? So the first formula they followed was making it easier, making it in your language, which means if I am communicating, if I am using a tool to disseminate, to propagate some kind of information, I would need to make it very easy to understand. So that is how government or media organizations or NGOs, they started picking up the platforms they wanted to convey their message through. Which means, suppose somebody is on Twitter, So Twitter may you need to give information within 240 characters. So you need to be very witty, but you need to also gather all the information within 240 characters, and it has to be very easy to understand. So that was one thing. Then a repetition of message, like sometimes I don't know about you guys, but that caller tune on whenever we called somebody during COVID crisis, that caller tunes really irritated me, at least like after first 2 weeks, because it was so long, and it wasn't saying anything. So on the other, so government also realized it and they modified their message. So what did they do? They gave us the message in the voice of Amitabh Bachchan, and who could be like a better voice for that? It's very ironical that later Amitabh Bachchan also fell prey to COVID, but interestingly, that voice had some kind of recognition, some kind of understanding among masses. So, and the most important part of that entire message was the helpline number. So that helpline number was actually of prime importance. So after getting feedback from receivers, the sender recoded their message, re-recorded their message, and modified it as per the requirement. So, so far what we are talking about so far is the importance of giving information in a timely fashion. We will come very soon. We will like in the next step we will come to tools that we have used. But before that, we need to understand what those tools were supposed to do. So one very important factor about those tools was that those tools should be very easy to operate. Like if suppose there is an app and you need to go through like say 17 steps to reach out to the final outcome of that app, probably you won't be able to use it, or you won't like to use it because it's so long, the process is so elaborate, so long. So you have to customize your message as per the need. And especially during crisis situation, what happens that that you need to act so fast, because we all know that at what speed COVID, or for that matter wildfire can spread. Because COVID was declared pandemic on I think 11th of March, I guess, 2020. But within 3 weeks, and India started lockdown on 23rd March. But within a month, cases rapidly increased so fast, so rapidly, that even like a mighty government, like a big sizable and powerful government like India government, they even couldn't come up with immediate solutions. So that is the thing. So but there were countries who took immediate actions, and even India took immediate actions, especially during vaccination drive and all that. So we came to new we came to know that this happened only because there were a huge machinery working for it. So that was one thing. And like let me first tell you about traditional tools. Like letters तो अब कोई लिखता नहीं है, तो what are the tools then? Newspapers, even for that matter, newspapers का penetration is going down with every year. So basically it's TV, radio maybe FM radio is more potent in such situation than the government radio, but AIR still has a lot of sizable presence in rural areas. So TV hai, radio hai, websites have done a remarkable job during this crisis, at least, because nowadays with 4G coming to India, and everybody Reliance ka new Jio plan and all that, so internet has become easily accessible to all of us, and internet speed has also gone faster. So that means we have to use tools, or we have to plan tools, or we have to design tools that can work, or that can ride upon the success of those 4G infiltration, that 4G infiltration. So that is a very necessary thing, to understand the carrier, understand the medium of the tool. Suppose you have made a video. Suppose at Amity we have made a video of how everybody should be vaccinated. But where do you pitch this video? Would you pitch this video on, say, Doordarshan, or would you pitch this video on a local cable station? How would you go about it? So that was another thing about identifying tools, because this any tool that is supposed to reach to the last person, last audience, that tool has to be very easy in use, and also the medium has to be kind of smooth. So that was there. Like traditional tools like TV, radio, website, loudspeakers were still used um, in rural areas. So that were of course there, and new tools like social media, Twitter, CrowdTangle, Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, Pinterest, Quora. Um, these things were also there, but one very important source of information, the tool that everybody wanted to use and has been used like anything during this crisis, is WhatsApp. Because WhatsApp is faster, it's easier to load, and it's easier to communicate to your near and dear ones through WhatsApp. So WhatsApp, I think, became a tool of very prime importance during this crisis. There are other tools like CrowdTangle, Atavist. I don't know whether you guys know about Popcorn Maker and KineMaster or not. KineMaster, I'm sure, because you guys might be making videos on KineMaster. It's very easy to edit videos on KineMaster, so you might be knowing KineMaster. But I will also tell you about a couple of other social media tools that we journalists used, and we are very thankful for innovative makers to come up with these, because there is this tool called Atavist, Atavist. Atavist, what does Atavist do? Suppose I am sitting here and I have a vague information. Somebody called me up that there is a, say, a dinosaur near the Amity campus in Lucknow. So I have two options now. Either I want somebody from there to click a picture of dinosaur and send it to me, or I will wait for somebody to pick that news and show it on television, then I pick it from there, or I use Atavist. What is Atavist? So Atavist is a tool, and it can refine a particular area, which means अगर किसी ने अमिटी के आसपास डायनासोर देखा होगा तो किसी ने जरूर ट्वीट किया होगा, उसका फोटो देख के ट्वीट किया होगा. I might not be following that person, person might not be following me, that person might not have used any sort of hashtags, but still, if that photo is somewhere on Twitter, through Atavist I can limit the area. Suppose I will limit it like in 1 kilometer radius of Amity. So if somebody from that area click that picture and send it, posted it on Twitter, I might be able to find it. So that way, Atavist became a very like, for me it was my favorite tool, because I will tell you how I started using Atavist. Because there was this information last year in 2019, so that there is a big sandstorm going to hit Bikaner around 4:30, and it was said to be like one of the biggest sandstorms in like last 10-15 years. But how do I reach out to anybody in Bikaner area, because I did not know anybody there, and also like most of the media organizations, they don't have any correspondent in Bikaner. So we tried Atavist. We selected the area, and then we looked for the photos tweeted in that area. We came to know that it is actually a very big sandstorm, and thankfully we were able to telecast this news before the sandstorm actually hit. So we in a way were able to minimize the what do you call it, casualty, और नुकसान को थोड़ा सा we limited it. So that is one tool. Then another tool that recently we started using it is Quora. Quora has been there for a long time, but Quora is very important tool, because also because sometimes we don't understand the value of community that is at our disposal. You will see that if I don't know how many of you actually use Quora. You might be a member of it, but I don't know how many of you actually use Quora. But if you will start using Quora, you will realize that the kind of suggestions you used to get from your grandparents or your uncles with this nuclear society thingy, we might not be able to access that kind of suggestions from our elderly ones. So this on Quora, you will find communities, you will find people who can actually guide you about even something as trivial as about what should be your next salary, or where you can you can get vaccinated from. Suppose Arogya Setu is there. Of course, Arogya Setu has been, I think, after WhatsApp, one of the most prominent tools that we have used during this COVID crisis. Arogya Setu and Cowin, of course. But what Quora does is actually Quora gives you an idea about how to use these tools. So it's a community feeling with developmental ideas, and also it can give you a sense of how to uh, you know um, approach your problem of not giving the exact information that the audience need. The other thing, one way, because now when we are at when we are talking about the idea of information and then modifying it as per the feedback, the best example of it could be, initially you remember that we used to call it social distancing, and nobody actually understood what social distancing is, because like if everybody is locked in their houses, what kind of social distancing we are talking about? Like there is no social distancing as such. And also social distancing is a very vague term in terms of Indian society, because here social distancing could mean something else also. Like it could also mean untouchability. So so that kind of a thing. So very soon even WHO realized this, and social distancing was converted into physical distancing, which means that it is more precise now, it is more clear, the idea is more clear now, and the feedback is actually included in your message. The same happened with that caller tune, when initially there was this caller tune about like how you need to keep washing your hands for 20 seconds, but nobody actually knew what is the right process of washing hands. And it's very surprising, like we never felt like washing our hands in the right manner even before COVID. So we were actually waiting for something like COVID to happen to understand how to wash our hands. So there were videos by Deepika Padukone, Anushka Sharma, and a lot of other celebrities, cricketers, Virat Kohli or Sachin Tendulkar. They taught us how to go about washing hands. You remember that video in which they actually showed us like ऐसे करके, like I don't know why did they do that, but that is how the idea of imparting information was included in that video, because they understood very soon that just saying that that you need to wash your hands for 20 seconds is not enough. You need to show the people that this is how it is done. So they picked and most of these celebrities actually picked Instagram as their tool, as their medium, because that is where the younger population was. And till then TikTok was also not banned, so a lot of people also used TikTok for that. And I will tell you, TikTok's penetration was amazing. It was beyond belief. TikTok had I think more than 6 crore or something, it's like 60 million subscriber by then, when it was banned. So so far we have talked about the message tools and the right kind of tools for a certain kind of message. um, See, one other thing that we need to also understand is that for effectiveness of any message, we need to consider two three things. So one is it has to reach to a wider audience in lesser time, because that is important. Suppose what used to happen earlier, like some say before television, that if there is an information, and if you are supposed to consume that information, you would need to wait till tomorrow morning, when you will get the newspaper, or you need to listen to late night radio programs to get that kind of message. And also radio ka penetration wasn't that wide. But with television and now websites and Facebook and Instagram and all these social media tools, these information can be relegated in real time. So that is one thing. The pace of the message also ensured the effectiveness of the message. So that is one thing every sender had to keep in mind for for effective communication and for using the right kind of tool. So, because you remember that a couple of years ago, I think during the 90s, late 90s, many of you might be very small. So I don't know how many of you were actually born before 2000. So what happened then, that there was this huge outbreak of SARS. Teachers might remember that so there was this virus, SARS virus, which was supposed to come to India through some Japanese person. And even before that, something happened with Ebola, or also with people coming from South Africa to India, and who was supposed to carry AIDS virus. So these things happened there in late 90s. But somehow the process of imparting information was so slow that the wider mass got to know about it very later, a lot later than when you know if they could have gotten that information in the beginning only, or in the second stage, we could have reduced the damage, or we could have contained at least the spread of the virus. But now with websites and faster tools and faster internet and smartphones and these things, so you can consume every type of all you need is basically a social media phone, smartphone in your vicinity. Even if you don't have it, but if your neighbor has it, you still kind of get the information. So the same happened with swine flu, bird flu, Zika virus, Ebola, and now happening with Nipah virus in Kerala. So these things are crucial to understand. Now, what are the basic things of when you impart any message? Like so far we have talked about how it should be precise, very minimal in approach, very lesser text, animation videos, basically easier to understand. And the whole the basic three idea is to instruct, inform, and motivate. That is how selection of any tool works. Now, for example, take Arogya Setu for that matter. Arogya Setu actually told you that there are these many people in your vicinity who could actually carry the COVID virus, and if you have come in contact with this person or not. So that is the first part, which is informing you. Then second thing, they told you that you need to take vaccination. That is second part, which is instructing, information, instruction. And the third part is, now they will tell you through various videos, through various celebrities, through various newspaper articles and everything, that taking COVID vaccination is actually good for you and your immunity system. So they are basically motivating you. So always keep so this is how any tool during the crisis was selected, based on these 3 points. So instruct, inform, instruct, and motivate. So we also used real and animated formats which had the high potential to attract attention. कुछ एक examples हैं that we need to talk about. You remember that migrant crisis, where a lot of people, like, because bigger cities were locked down and they did not have anything to do, there was no work, and they did not know how to survive. So what they did was, in panic maybe, that they started traveling back to their villages, from the places that from where they came. But it was a very daunting task. Like, you must have seen a lot of videos of people going back to their villages on cycle, and you know so but what if somebody on their way back to village falls sick, or they need a place to say to take shelter for some time. So they need to have an idea of shelter homes, hospitals, rescue facilities on their way back to their houses. So Google Map came up with this idea of showing these things on Google Maps, because most of them were using Google Maps. So Google Map signed up with these 750 shelter homes across India, and they were shown on that map. So that was a very ideal tool to use information. Like, suppose somebody told me that I am near Barabanki, or somebody told me that I am near Gorakhpur. So what I will do, that on Google Map, I will try to find, like, is there any shelter home in Barabanki or Kannauj or Gorakhpur or Patna or anywhere, Jalandhar, wherever, like Bhopal, Jabalpur. So if once I get that information, probably I will be able to track that person. So that way, these tools were used. Um, then Arogya Setu and Covin we have already talked about. IVRS, we know that interactive voice response system, and these days every company has been using IVRS. So IVRS has also been very effective during, like, it's a very important tool, because suppose suppose that I don't know whether I have taken Covishield or Covin. How would I proceed about that? Then probably I will talk to somebody, some expert through IVRS on Covin app or Covishield app, and they will give us, like, they will give us give me instruction about how to look at my certificate and figure out which vaccine I have taken. So that Reddit, Quora, we have already talked about. So in even in media, a lot of us were actually working from home, and there was not this facility of going back to office and getting into swanky office where, like, 3 camera setup was there. So in fact, during COVID, I think I did most of my interviews from home. In fact, I did all my interviews from home. And in fact, it's been since March 2020, I haven't been to any office. It's been almost the end of, like, just 2 months more to 2021. So this is so makeshift. So makeshift studios, we media people, we used makeshift studios, and also remote working, work from home, study from home, that you guys have also been doing. And so sometimes, like, teachers will make their house as a studio. They will use the green background, and then they will show you certain kind of graphs there. So this kind of innovation, they also helped us in identifying the tools. Suppose I am doing green screen here, I am doing chroma here, and I want to I want you to watch chroma, so I might not be using Zoom. Then what I will do, that I will probably shoot the video, edit, and put something back on chroma, and then I will impart that recorded video to you, maybe through YouTube or Facebook, or maybe through other website. So that will also give me an idea about which tool to select. um, and because when COVID started, in the beginning, we used Facebook like anything, because you guys also know, I don't know whether younger generation is more into you know Instagram or Facebook, because people of my age group, they are more into Facebook. So if I wanted to reach out to those people, I did a lot of Facebook live videos with doctors who talked about depression, who talked about mental health, who talked about corona and other things related to pandemic. So that also gives us, because that video can stay there, and with certain kind of hashtags I can propagate this video to many other people. So Facebook Live, especially in terms of where phone in programs where people can actually ask the doctors about certain symptoms and elements. So that was a very important tool for us. And the same later, when like some 4 or 5 months back, Clubhouse came. Like Clubhouse was there, but Clubhouse became popular like some 4 or 5 months back, and um, though I don't find it popular anymore, but it is still there. So basically, the idea of Clubhouse or Space Chat or Instagram is development of a community discussion point. So community discussion point is needed because we want to reach to a wider audience, to an audience which might not be very interested in newspaper and news media, but might be interested in what other people do. So that way, those were also very important tools for us. And videos we have.
So, sorry to interrupt. I think we should move forward with the activity that was planned for today. We are actually running a short of time, so that's why we have to move
Okay,
towards the activity.
give me 2 minutes. I will just sum it
Yes,
up.
sure.
Okay. I will just tell you because as Sonia said that we are running short of time. So what I will do that I will give you the names of some more tools that were used during this pandemic, and then you can go back and search for those tools and understand the wider perspective of it. So one was all the government of India's ICTs like eVidya, Diksha. These things were also there. Come again.
I think some technical error.
Okay. So these things were also there, and people, media personals also use these tools to understand the magnitude of the problem and to understand the how the information should be imparted to these. Um, so there is a lot other things to talk about, but I'm sure you guys are good enough to. I'm not talking about MS Teams, Zoom, and Google Meet, because of course we are using it. So you know how these were also the tools of information during that time. Um, yeah. So this is it. I am just taking a couple of names like Audible, Clubhouse, Space, podcast, and also one very important thing, that only imparting message wasn't enough. So what we also did during the crisis was that if there was any fake news, we tried to debunk it. So debunking fake news was also part of using the tool and using the right kind of messaging platform. So here we finish our first part. I hope that though I tried to cover a lot in lesser time, but I hope that we have gotten a basic idea of how media functioned during this COVID crisis time, or media functions in general around when there is a crisis around. So that is it. Anybody wants to say anything? Maybe a couple of observation, and then we will move on to. I have one quiz to play with you, and then we can come back for a 10-minute question answer session also. So if anybody has any observation, you can say it now, and also like please be very respectful even if you don't like it. Just say that you liked it. Anybody wants to say anything?
Students, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah. If there is nothing, we will move on to quiz.
Sir, I wanted to say something.
Yeah, please.
Please introduce yourself.
Good evening, sir. My name is Sanjana Saxena, and I am from last year BJMC, semester 5. So, as a student and as an individual, I believe that with the onset of...
Sanjana, you need to repeat your question. I couldn't hear.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are.
Yes, sir. So I wanted to say that as a student or as an individual, this is a basic concern that with the onset of pandemic, and increase in the amount of applications that we have and we have to use during the pandemic. What has been the impact of privacy or the security or a line that we have to draw between devices and our personal life, we can say? So, because microphone and location access is something that has become very common for each and every app that we're using. So, what are your views on that?
Sanjana, it's a very important question, and I'm so glad that you actually raised it. Um, would you mind if we talk about it later in the question answer session? I will remember this question.
Sure, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else wants to say anything?
Students, if there is any observation, you can share it with sir.
Yeah. If you have any observation, you can
You can
speak about it
unmute
now.
yourself. You can switch on your camera. You can share it with sir.
Yeah. And if you have any question, keep it for later. Okay, I am assuming nobody has any question because I was so good that everybody understood everything. So, so now I am moving on to this quiz part.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Ayush.
Sir, like you mentioned about that caller tune of COVID. So in
Ayush,
today's
please
time,
turn on your camera.
yes, ma'am, just a minute. Yes, ma'am. Like sir mentioned about the that COVID caller tune. So in today's time, like today's date, almost everyone knows about that. So now, so how is it relevant even now? Like it's still there.
Okay, good question,
Yes, sir.
Ayush. What I would say in response is that how many people do you know that who are still not vaccinated? A
Sir,
lot.
like no, sir. So underaged, like under 18. Only I'm-
So, I will tell you. So there have been news reports where when the vaccination team actually reached to that village, people actually jumped into Ganga to avoid that. So there were reports like that. So you think that we should stop that caller tune just yet? People need
Sir,
to know
but
this.
so still, so there's no effect if people are doing reacting on that like that.
Could be. But in any case, like I am not the one passing on that caller tune to anybody. So it's
Yes,
not
sir.
my. But okay, it's a good question, and we can come back to this also.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks. Now we are starting a quiz. So whosoever wants to answer these questions, all you need to do is to open your camera and unmute yourself and give answers, or you can also raise hands. Basically, I just want to see like how good you are at observing classes, or you are doing it just for the sake of compulsion. Um, we talked about information and everything. What are the three most critical needs in a crisis? Like as far as information is concerned, three critical points of imparting information. Who would like to answer? Guys, you answer, otherwise I will start taking names. Kushagra, you want to answer? Nobody?
Sir, may I?
Yes, sure.
Sir, in my views, three critical aspects would be one, the person who is communicating, he should be somebody who someone can put their trust in, or who is credible enough, or who is an expert in that field, or who's valuable, whose information or whatever he or she is saying is valuable enough to be trusted on. Second is the channel through which we are disseminating the information. If the channel has the people, the target audience to whom we wish to take the message to, so are they present? Are they actively using it? Are they well versed with everything about it? The
In
channel.
short, in short, we can say that information, feedback, and remedy. Basically, like this
Yes,
is what you are explaining in different words, right?
yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Second is name 5 informative tools used during a crisis. Like social media could be one. This is not for Sanjana. Sanjana has already answered. Somebody else. I can see some names like Abhishek, Aditi, Aishwarya, Angela, Anjali, Ankita. A lot of names. Anybody out of them?
Sir, can you please repeat the question?
Yeah, very good. Thank you. Munna Bhai MBBS. Can you repeat the question?
Sir, actually मेरे phone की आवाज बहुत कम आ रही है तो मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा.
So basically, what I asked is you need to name 5 informative tools used during a crisis, like tools that we used for giving information. Social media is one. Like you can't say Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram are 3. I will consider them as.
So tools as in medium to spread the information.
हाँ मतलब अभी define किया ना tool medium का difference.
So like are you about the primary, secondary, and the tertiary sources that we have to?
Yes, no. Primary, tertiary, secondary ये ना हेरोल्ड लासवेल के बुक में होता है. ठीक है. ये अभी सिर्फ आपको इतना करना है कि आप मेरे को टूल्स बताओ जिसके थ्रू आप इंफॉर्मेशन दूसरे को देंगे.
There could be radio, print media, magazines, newspapers.
Yeah.
Television news channels.
Right.
Through text.
Text as in like WhatsApp text, message text.
Yeah, through messages.
Okay. So basically, you are saying social media, TV, radio, newspaper, and maybe WhatsApp and messaging system, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Cool. Thank you, Abhishek. Now, can you name 2 tools launched by the government of India during COVID pandemic? अभी किसने अपना who was speaking before Abhishek?
Drishti Vinayak.
Me.
So, what are the 2 tools launched by government of India?
So for COVID, Arogya Setu was launched.
Right. One is Arogya Setu.
Umang app, but I guess it was there before COVID as well.
Umang app. अच्छा. At least you know about Umang. It's good. ठीक है. So my government Sathi was there. Cowin ka app was there. A lot of other Swayam Shiksha. So those things were also there. Thank you, Drishti. Now I like 3-4 people can answer this. Like how many crisis situations you can identify? Jalili. One could be wildfire, flood,
natural calamities,
yes,
pandemics.
Yes. Charwa.
Epidemics. Epidemic and pandemic are different. Epidemics.
Epidemic and pandemic are different. I know that, but they will be considered only one. We need more people, guys. Some more names there.
Anjali, answer. Riddhima, you are also not answering today.
Ma'am, excuse me.
Yes.
Actually, I have prepared the quiz with sir.
Oh, okay. Harshita?
The crisis could be organization oriented only. Sometimes. Yes, crisis in a company.
Sir, terrorist attacks.
Right. Terrorist attacks. So basically, you guys have an idea of like what could be a crisis situation. I have a very subjective question. I don't know whether you would agree with it or not, but I still want to ask you that do you think that these animated videos produced by the government or media organizations, like you must have seen those Zuban Sambhal Ke and Hasna Mana Hai type videos, do you think that these videos were beneficial during the COVID crisis or in general also? What are your views about it?
Yes, sir. I feel they were useful because on the news channels, we had all these visuals of hospitals. I mean, we had very serious things going on. But when people viewed at those animated videos, they were made in a funnier way. And
Okay.
so they were entertaining and they were educating as well. So
Right.
so people were enjoying them.
So basically, you are saying that they were beneficial, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Harshita, Ishita, Kamini, Kimberly,
Yes, sir.
Manas.
Sir, so that kind of videos could be helpful. In the COVID situation, people are more like the emotional weak, and they are more like a saddy kind of person. So in that situation, the funny videos are more helpful for them to just regenerate their emotions and the sort of things. I think so.
It's a very good observation, Harshita. It's a brilliant observation because I will tell you, because one thing other than COVID, which has killed people a lot during this last 18, 19 months, is actually bad mental health. So I understand what you are saying, and it's a very, very solid observation. So in fact, like I would dare say that many people in media organization doesn't have that kind of they don't have that kind of in-depth observation that you have. It's a it's a very good thing. Anybody else? Can anybody answer me like why this thing was called social distancing in the beginning and later it was turned into physical distancing? Some new person, not the ones who have already answered. Maybe Ridhima, Ankita, Anushka is also there.
Vaishali, please answer.
बोलो 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 जल्दी जल्दी. Especially when your name has been taken, तो मुझे बोलना ही है. Nothing. Anybody else wants to answer this?
Sarika, can you answer?
No, ma'am.
So there was a network glitch. You were not audible properly. Can you please repeat the question?
I can. Who is this? You need to tell me your name.
So Vaishali.
Okay, Vaishali, basically I was asking like why was social distancing, the term social distancing was changed into physical distancing.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
सर मे बी सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग वर्ड लाइक कि हमें भीड़ में नहीं जाना, हमें बहुत सारे लोगों से डिस्टेंस बनाना, लाइक ग्रुपिंग नहीं करनी, बट द फिजिकल डिस्टेंसिंग इज वेयरिंग मास्क एंड मेंटेनिंग अ डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम समवन इन नेक्स्ट टू यू. So maybe it's correct.
Right. So more or less you know what does this mean. Sangya ka hath, I can see that she has raised her hand. Sangya, I have another question for you. Have you ever heard of this thing called Diksha? E-Diksha. What is E-Diksha?
Yes, sir, I have heard about e-rickshaw. So, what am I supposed to?
What is it?
So, e-rickshaw is basically a modified version.
E-rickshaw nahi. E-Diksha. Diksha.
Diksha. I'm sorry, sir.
Anyway, so basically, I will give you two options. You need to pick one. Is it an e-learning portal or it's a fact-checking tool?
So I find it as e-learning portal.
Okay. Ankita has raised her hand. Ankita, according to you, what are the top two social media tools playing an immense role in communicating the message regarding the pandemic? What are the top two tools that were used or you used during the pandemic? She gone? I saw her hand.
Ankita, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, there's a lot of network issue. I'm unable to hear the question.
Okay, ठीक है. अभी मतलब a lot of disturbance is there. Maybe we can connect later. This is a very general question. Anybody can answer this, and I will ask one more question after this, and then we will move on to the question answer session. Um, do you encounter any fake news situation in your family WhatsApp group? Any of you?
Yes, sir.
Who said yes?
So me, Christy.
I can't see you. Drishti. Okay, so Drishti, thing is, what do you do in such a situation? Like, if you know that there is a fake news in your family WhatsApp group, and your grandparents or your uncle or somebody is pushing that really hard in the WhatsApp group, what do you do?
Sir, I don't do anything specific. I only ask my parents to either leave that group or to not to be responsive in that group, because it's very necessary to actually brief our parents about ki, you have already graduated from a good university. Please don't graduate from a WhatsApp university now. So I don't do anything specific. It's just I tell them either to be unresponsive or to leave that group.
Right, right. Basically, I asked this question only because I wanted to understand whether you guys also understand the concept of fake news with information or not. Um, and a random person, anybody, like who wants to go next? I have a question for you. Like, this is not any specific question. It is just about like top 3 apps on your phone. What are the top 3 apps on your phone? Like, which are the top 3 apps that you use the most on your phone? Bhargavi, आप बताओगे?
So may I?
Yeah, sorry, please.
So I use Quora and YouTube, and the third one is Instagram. Like, so WhatsApp.
What was the first?
So Quora.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So WhatsApp and like YouTube and Instagram. That's for one. Yes,
Nice,
sir.
nice. ठीक है,
So
ठीक है.
may I also answer?
Yes, yes, Bhargavi, please.
So Instagram, WhatsApp, and YouTube.
Instagram, WhatsApp, and YouTube.
YouTube.
Why not Instagram? Like, do you use Instagram more than WhatsApp?
Yes, sir. I think so.
So you communicate with your friends on Instagram only, kya? In direct messages?
No, sir. I contact them and talk to them on WhatsApp, but the usage is more of Instagram.
Okay, okay. No, nothing wrong in that. I was just curious. Anybody else? Like, apart from, does anybody use any app other than Instagram, WhatsApp, and what was the third one? YouTube. Any other app that's your favorite list?
Yes, sir.
Sir, MS Teams.
MS Team. क्या बोला? MS Teams. इतना तो पढ़ने वाला कोई नहीं है, झूठ बात.
Sir, Netflix and Prime, Amazon Prime, Netflix, and other stuff.
Who is this? Shipra.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Shipra. So Netflix, Prime, and all these video platforms, right?
Yes, sir.
Last question of the session. Do you like physical classes or virtual classes?
No, sir, physical classes are more better than online one.
Sir, I like a blend of
But we have been in a comfort that it's quite tough. Like, we have been in a zone of comfort, so it will take some time to come out of it. So,
Right, right. Like, if you'll ask me, probably I would not want to go back to my office. I don't want to see any faces. Anyway, so so we are done with quiz, and we are also done with most of our times, but I can still take like 2-3 questions. So I will start with the question that Sanjana asked. Sanjana, can you repeat your questions once again?
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes, you are.
So my question was that with the onset of pandemic, we have increased the amount of time we spend on our phone. We have increased the number of applications that we have, and it has now become a compulsion to be on Teams or to be on Zoom or to be on all sorts of other applications and platforms. So what has been the impact of that, as long as we are talking about privacy and drawing a line between your digital life and your life without the screens?
Okay, let me tell you something. So the lines between digital and physical lives have actually blurred now, and securing one's privacy is a tough deal now, because there are so many cookies. If you visit a site there, even with WhatsApp and a couple of other apps, some kind of camera or listening device is already on in the background. So these things are happening, so privacy is definitely at stake here. It's a problem. It's a big problem that the world needs to think about.
So
Anybody
there
else?
is no escape now from.
See, in any case, it's a bigger discussion, Sajna. Like, it has to be on the government's level to come up with some kind of solution of this. At our level, all we can do is to switch off the device. That's or like disconnect from the internet. But that wouldn't solve any problem. So I know that what you are talking about, and it's very important. But that's a bigger discussion, and the solution has to be taken on a higher level.
Thank you, sir.
Anybody else? Any question? Jaldi, jaldi, jaldi. We are running short of time. Divyanshi, any question you have?
Not right now, sir.
Okay. Okay. Any observation? ठीक है. So if you don't have any question, then probably we will.
Sir?
Yes, 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 yes.
Sir, I want to ask Samanasri Gupta this side.
I can hear you. Tell me. You guys can hear her?
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, you are. Tell me.
Sir, I want to ask that how content writing is helpful in news writing and all, means in media time, news industry.
I don't want to be sarcastic here, but news writing has more or less become content writing only.
So you are not audible.
Which is good. Anyway, what I was saying that content writing will help you in structuring your subject, your theme, and it will help you in putting the right words there. And so when it comes to news writing, those structuring of sentences, structuring of paragraphs, that will help you in writing news in a more effective way. Okay.
Yes, sir.
If nobody has any question, then probably we can finish it up here.
So I have to ask a question.
Bolo.
So like how to write a creative content, like words का selection हम कैसे कर सकते हैं? कोई भी content हम लिख रहे हैं तो like sir एक word के बहुत सारे मतलब होते हैं और synonyms होते हैं, तो हम एक अच्छा word अगर हमें choose करना हो जो catchy हो, वो कैसे करेंगे?
See, I will tell you the easier way of doing it.
Okay, sir.
The tougher way is to read, but the easier way is to use Microsoft Word, and whenever you want to find synonym of something, all you need to do is to put your cursor there and do the right click. You will find a couple of synonyms.
Okay, sir.
But I will advise that reading is better.
Also you can use Grammarly. It's good.
Okay.
Thank
No,
you.
sir, now I'm not giving advice to you. I'm telling it to Asta, like Sarika.
It's okay. It's okay.
Thanks, Shipra.
Kamini, do you want to ask anything? You are raising your hand.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
Sir, I want to ask you, the SEO writing is very prominent nowadays. So, in your views, how it is more just significance of it in the new digital world?
See, I will tell you, because SEO is important because you want your story to be discovered. So understanding the basics of SEO is good, but a good writer will remain a good writer. So don't worry much about SEO and all that.
So actually, many of the internships and the jobs are seeking for the SEO writers. So I am just searching where I have to just pursue this course, SEO content writing. So that's why I
SEO का
have
देखो
asked.
कोर्स करने का कोई फायदा नहीं होता है. SEO का कोर्स कुछ नहीं है. Like I'm sure your generation is more digital friendly than our generation. So if we could learn it, then you could learn it in lesser time. So that's not a problem. You would be able to do it. There is you don't need to do any specific course for that.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, guys, if we are done, then we can finish it now. And also, thanks a lot to Anjali for helping me out in research and everything.
Thank you so much, sir, for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir. I now request Dr. Arina Mirza ma'am to deliver the vote of thanks.
Very good evening to one and all present here. And this is indeed a privilege to propose a vote of thanks on behalf of MIT School of Communication, Lucknow. First of all, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to Mr. Rohit Watts, senior journalist, for taking out time from his busy schedule and for his enriching session for the students at MIT School of Communication. Thank you, sir, for sharing important tips and valuable insights for the youngsters regarding the new tools like Ataverse and other tools for disseminating critical information during crisis situations. And I'm certain that the participants must have immensely benefited from this very educational session. So, and thank you, Rohit sir, for also remembering us and MIT University and the campus. So thank you once again for joining us today with the benefit of our students. I would also like to thank our head of the institution, Professor Dr. Sanjay Mohan Johri sir, for such initiatives which promote industry academy interface so that our students can understand the new industry practices and the nuances of the industry. And I would also like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude towards UNICEF for partnering with us with the objective of sensitizing our students and sharpening their skills in effective communication on the issues of relevance. And thank you, Mr. Salman, for joining us today in this session. I thank all the students for their active participation in the session. I would also like to extend my thanks to the IT department of MIT University, Uttar Pradesh for providing us with all the possible technical support. And last but not the least, I would also like to thank the coordination committee members, Mr. Saumin Bhattacharya, Ms. Arpita Singh, and Ms. Sonia Singh for all their efforts and hard work. Thank you, everyone.